first of all, this is it's interesting to see what careers are available to you if you study A-level maths. And the answer is that you can pretty much go and do like almost like endless careers. So I've made a list here of all sorts of things. So you've got atmospheric chemist, big data specialist, laser physicist, but it just goes on and on and on, because maths is one of those skills that is needed in all sorts of different careers.
Fit for my own personal experience this with my friends at university, when I went to university, etc. They're all now in lots of different fields, not even just maths fields, across different careers and all that sort of stuff.
And you didn't mention what university you went to there, did you?
No, I didn't mention what university.
Because you're a Cambridge, maths graduate, aren't you?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed my time at Cambridge. So I have experience of all that entrance papers for getting into the Russell Group universities and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of. So at some points in the week, we spend time looking at those students who are going off to all the top universities to do all the really hard courses and maths and things, and they have to do these entrance exams. And Ed turns up and seems like he's really good at these papers, but he's actually just seen all the questions before, isn't it?
We all cheat, don't we? Something like that.
Okay, so let's have a look at the course then. So the A-level maths course. It's changed a little bit over the last few years. Everyone does this pure topic, which is like all the algebra and calculus and geometry and all that really cool stuff that everyone loves. So if you like algebra at high school and you're into all that sort of stuff, we do loads more of that, and it's harder, and everyone loves all that. Okay, but also now you have to do mechanics, which is a bit like physics. So you're looking at speeds, velocities, accelerations, how things move around, looking at forces, all that kind of stuff. And we also have to do a load of stuff on statistics. So it's looking at big data, how you analyze data, how you find averages, how you interpret data. So all the kind of really useful applied maths that you might need in a career if you went to do a job. I don't know if you went to do some astrophysics, or you were looking in finance, or all those kind of different things, all the different skills you might come across. Okay. And then we also do this A-level on top of that. If you really, really are a complete geek and you like doing loads of maths all week, you can do double maths, and you can do an extra course called further maths. And that's where all the naughty maths is that doesn't get on the normal course. So there's more calculus, there's matrices, there's these things called complex numbers, differential equations, which are my favorite. And then there's more mechanics, there's extra pure. So if you really, really are into maths, you can do even further hard stuff. So we do multivariable calculus and group theory and all sorts of stuff. And then we do this really cool course called Modeling with Algorithms, which is all about like how you can look at maths that's applied to computing and networks and all that kind of modern mathematics, right? So let me just stop sharing a second so you can see everyone. So that's the kind of A-level maths courses that we do. And shall I come and sit by you, Ed, so you can see both of us?
Yeah.
And then what else were we going to talk about? Did you talk about core maths?
Yeah, briefly. So
core maths is a course that we do alongside maths and further maths. We do some courses like psychology and geography and biology. There's these courses where they're not necessarily maths courses, but you do need some maths skills for statistics and all that sort of stuff. So we offer these courses that are there to support people doing things like psychology and that kind of thing. So I guess how would you say we're different from the normal A-level sort of centre then, Ed? Why are we cooler and better?
Well, we get a lot of students that come from, we have students come from other establishments. I won't mention other establishments, but they tell us that their lessons are boring, that they just sit there. I'm not saying all lessons are like this, but they sit there with a textbook, they do questions, they might, I don't know, read through a PowerPoint.
Why are our maths lessons better than
we don't do that, we check that out the window, don't we? So we've got like lovely whiteboards all around my room, for example. We've got nice smart boards at the front, and we'll get all the students up writing on the boards, etc.
So it's more dynamic, isn't it? We're writing all on the walls. Yeah.
Less text. No, well, we don't even have textbooks, to be fair. I mean, there is textbooks for the course that you can buy if you want to, but we don't use them then. So we go on what's in the room, what the field in front of me, what people need to do, individuals, etc. And then obviously we can you do use that well to differentiate around the classroom and make sure everyone is learning something different.
Nice. Okay. And what about the support that students get?
Oh, so they get lots of additional support. So we don't, not only do we have our step classes, for example, we're pushing, stretching those students that need stretching, but we also have the opposite sort of into that. So people who need the additional support and additional help, we have time in our timetable to make sure that they can come and ask questions and make sure they get the additional support that they need.
I think one of the benefits of coming here is like they get to have you as a teacher for maths. So you're like an expert mathematician, right?
Yeah.
But all you do all week is teach A-level. You don't teach any snotty year eights.
No, or, don't have to deal with that.
You know. So you teach just people do their A-level. So so when they've got problems, you work with just a few kids every week, and they come and ask you questions anytime. And
they literally pop through my door anytime.
So
or maybe now in COVID, more might message me on Teams. Constant stream of messages. How do I do this question on the homework?
But if,
it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Because you only teach A-level, your priority is just those students.
Yeah, they are my priority, my number one priority.
So it means you get lots of one-to-one support for all, that goes for not just maths though, is it? That's like everything.
That's, of course. And I mean, it stops you falling behind because I'm on your case if you're getting behind and all that sort of stuff in a positive way, obviously, and making sure that we keep on top of where we are within the course, etc.
Cool. Okay. We said we were going to talk a little bit about physics as well. Yeah. Yeah. So the physics course we do here as well. Again, there's a lot of maths involved with that. So if you're interested in physics, you have to do the maths alongside it. So you need to be pretty competent with your maths. That's, again, mechanicsy kind of stuff, velocities, accelerations, all that. But there's also gravitation. There's a bit of quantum mechanics on there. And there's also things like astrophysics is on there now. So you're looking at stars and the galaxies and all that kind of cool stuff as well. What sort of grades do you need to get on the course? We haven't spoken about that, have we?
So we need 6s, don't we? At least a 6, but 7. 7 ideally.
7's for maths, we'll say.
7 but 6 as well for physics, isn't it? Yeah. So we need to make sure we get in at least a 6 to get onto physics.
So you need to be doing the higher maths at GCSE. Yeah. And you need to be aiming for like 7 or above.
Ideally, we want 7s for maths, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. So and if you want to do further maths again, good 7s.
Yeah, 8s. You need to really enjoy it like that. So what do you do? No, if you're interested in doing A-level maths or A-level physics or any of the geeky subjects like that, you have to apply, right? Yeah. So go to the website. You can apply through the website. You can come and apply to have an interview, so you can talk to some of the teachers here, ask lots of questions, and we'll try and figure out what you're interested in, what your career path is, and we'll try and sort you out with what A-levels you need to do. Most people pick 3 A-levels, but some people pick 4th one. And I think you can only do further maths if you already do maths, so it's like an additional one. So if you do further maths, that would be 2 of your.
Most people do 4 if they do further maths.
Most people do 4, yeah. And again, if you want to do physics, you have to do maths alongside it. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have to say? Have we done a good job there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that for me, one thing I love about college in particular is the fact that generally the feel here is really nice in the classrooms. People are really supportive of each other. I find my students very supportive. I might be the same elsewhere, to be fair, but there's good help for peer-to-peer support and all that sort of stuff. And I think that it's nice and relaxed.
The students are nice, aren't they?
Formal. Students are nice, yeah. Definitely students are nice. And I feel that our students get a lot out of that because of the nice, informal, relaxed atmosphere that we have within our maths.
I always say this, I don't know if it's like worth pointing out, but I've worked at the college for loads of years, but I've only ever shouted at one kid like once, and that's because they're all nice and lovely. And
you know that is.
Yeah. It's just a nice place to be every day, isn't it? And we learn loads, and
Yeah.
push you hard.
Students love to solve problems or
Yeah.
get on with their work. And
Just spend the days doing problems and stuff.
something like that.
Okay. Say again. Yeah, I guess we've finished. We said a lot really quickly then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions they want to ask or?